Hey everyone, what's going on? Hey, we wanted to jump on real quick and make a video about the upcoming 86th annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in Sturgis, South Dakota. Hey man, that thing begins on August the 7th and of course runs through the 16th, 10 days. There are a lot of people that actually get there before the 7th for pre-rally activities. Of course, my group, we're heading out of South Georgia, where we're going to be on the Great American Tour. We're heading, through Arkansas, through Texas, New Mexico, into Colorado, spending 5 days in Colorado before we head north to head to Sturgis's 86th Rally. If you've never been to Sturgis, or if you've only been once, you're wondering what to do, or maybe you're still in the planning phase, you've got to get it figured out pretty quick because we're within just less than a month away before this thing kicks off. Accommodations. Hopefully you've already booked those accommodations. They are getting tight. With that being said, we have been on the internet. There is still people posting that there's one or two Airbnbs you could find. They're not going to be real cheap, especially if you're around the Sturgis area during that week. There are still some hotels out there that you can get some days reserved. Camping, if you're RV and motorhoming, there's a very few locations that you might could get in, and tent camping is still a possibility out there as well. Quite a few people do tent camp around the Sturgis area. Well, once you get them bookings made, if you haven't already, it'll be time to arrive at Sturgis. Man, there's some epic rides that you really need to ride. Badlands, man, what a beautiful ride. Spearfish Canyon, another great ride. You could go into Sturgis that morning and go hit Spearfish Canyon. Custer State Park, of course, that's where the Needles Highway is. There's bison. Right beside Custer State Park, you've got Iron Mountain Road, which is just one epic road with switchbacks, just beautiful country. You're right there. You can stop in to see Mount Rushmore. You can see the Crazy Horse Memorial. Just a lot going on down in that way. You can ride over right next door to Wyoming to Devil's Tower. Man, what a beautiful view Devil's Tower is. And also there's the Bear Buttle Loop. There are just plenty of locations that you want to ride. I would make me an itinerary, as we have, on the days, what rides we want to make, where we want to hit, what we want to see, and kind of set a timeline. During the beginning of August, it will get daylight around 5:30 in the morning at Sturgis. Man, it's no better time to go ride. Temperatures are still cool. The fog is lifting. Man, what a beautiful ride in the morning. We tried to make some of our most epic rides. 6:30 in the morning, we're hitting the road. So maybe that might be something you want to check into as well. And of course, quite a few towns in that area that you probably want to go visit. A couple of my favorite towns, of course, is Deadwood and Hill City. Deadwood's that old cowboy type town. Hill City gives you the same feeling. Sturgis is full of vendors and bars, but two really cool old towns in South Dakota. You've got to check out Deadwood, and you've definitely got to check out Hill City. Custer's a pretty nice little town as well. That's where we're staying. We've actually booked our place down in Custer every year, so that's where we stay. So we're close to Custer State Park and Iron Mountain Road and that type of stuff. But there's some definitely cool little towns you want to check out. Hey man, the bars. There's some major bars out there with major concerts. Buffalo Chip, Full Throttle Saloon. 2 years ago, Richard Rawlings with Gas Monkey opened up a Gas Monkey bar there. There's quite a few bars that you want to stop. Land American, One-Eyed Jack there in Sturgis. Definitely hit those bars. Now, things you want to maybe think about. You're going to the Chip. If you're going to Full Throttle, they have some amazing concerts every year. And this year, it's no different than every year. I'm getting a little bit older, so I have to keep my notes here beside me so I make sure I hit everything. Hey, but this year, hey, kicking off at Full Throttle Saloon, you've got Blackberry Smoke, you've got Leonard Skinner over at the Chip. On Sunday, the 9th, I believe it is, you got Youngblood. You got Laney Wilson playing out there. Jamie Johnson is over at Full Throttle Saloon that week, and so is Sammy Hagar. So definitely great concert venues lined up. Definitely a great time to go out to these bars, check them out. Be mindful, you do have to have a pass to get into the main events area. You know, over at the Chip, there is a small bar you can get in at the front without a pass. But if you're going to see them concerts, if you want to get into the main parts of these saloons at most places, make sure you get your passes bought there. If you're looking for vendors for your motorcycles, if there's something special you want done to your motorcycle, you know, Black Hills Harley Davidson, the town of Sturgis, hey, there are vendors everywhere. Them two locations, you can definitely find what you need. I don't have to tell you how beautiful Sturgis is, and just the temperatures that you're going to be met with in the morning. It's just a great ride. But make sure you make it home the way you came. The last thing I'll talk to you really about is the safety out at Sturgis. Every year, unfortunately, someone loses their life with a motorcycle accident. You know, it's not just you riding, it's everybody around you riding. So please, be mindful of that. There's a lot of switchbacks, a lot of hairpin curves, you know, especially if you've never been. You know, respect the ride. Be careful for yourself and for the others around you. Please do not become one of those statistics that we unfortunately see happen every year. You know, I will also tell you on the safety side, there's a huge law presence out there. If you go to some of these venues, some of these concerts, make sure that you ride responsibly, right? Worst thing you want to do is end up with a DUI or something out at Sturgis. Last thing I'll tell you, behave like an adult. You are in the motorcycle community out there. Act like you're supposed to act, right? Don't wake up the next morning with a skint head wondering what happened the night before. I promise you, best people I've ever been around is at Sturgis, South Dakota. But just be responsible and act like an adult. If you do them things, man, you're going to have one magnificent trip to Sturgis, South Dakota. If unfortunately you do get in some kind of incident out there, you do get sick, there is a hospital there in Sturgis. There's one in Rapid City as well. So there are medical facilities if you was to ever need it. You know, there's a couple websites that I'll tell you about. First is my own. If you're interested in knowing more about us going through Colorado, through Wyoming, or anywhere that I just told you about, we do have a website. It's www.bigdaddyhd.com. We'll put that in the link below. That gives you an idea of every day where we are on this tour, every day where we're stopping and spending the night. Anybody is welcome to ride with us for 1 day, 2 days, the entire trip. That's up to you, but we'd love to have you. Sturgis.com is probably your main go-to website for the Sturgis Rally. There's another one out there called, I believe it's rallysturgis.com. You can get most of your information out there. You know, I'll tell you, it's not too late if you're not going in 26 to start planning in 27. If you are going in 26 and you don't have all those itineraries matched up, definitely start doing your homework. You'll be so much happier not spending time that morning figuring out where you're going to ride or what you're going to do. Go ahead and have it mapped out. Yes, sometimes plans change. Sometimes you may have to swap a day for another day, but at least you'll have a plan for Sturgis. Hey, man, we hope you have a great and safe Sturgis Rally, And most of all, hey man, we hope we see you out there. Come out there and see us. We'll throw you a poker chip or love to meet you. And hey, most importantly too, please like, please follow, and please subscribe. You know, some of our social media platforms do really good. This is one that we are really trying to figure out how to build our subscribers, our followers, and get our videos pushed more. So please, if you're watching this, please like, please follow, please subscribe, and we hope to see you at Sturgis.